It's time for your motherfucking neighborhood Jesus Shades. You're watching Shades Wade.
What's good, guys? Today, it's just a great day. You know what today is? It's called OEM, not fucking Gates. Right, makes you wonder. You're probably like, oh, what's that all about? Well, I will gladly tell you. All right, so what's been going on today? Oh, nothing much. Getting shit done. So, any of you guys that were watching the previous streams, the problem was not installation. The problem was not the belt. The problem was the fucking Gates tensioner. Hey, those bitches stop on a dime. Bam. Squeak, squeak. Monday something monumental is starting, and obviously it's something really big, so it's not going to be done until this October, but yeah, it's some legit shit to not spoil it completely, but spoil it completely. Our shop is getting fucking demolished, and we're getting a brand new shop in front. So where the shop is, my pop's body shop right now, it's in the middle of the lot. You know, you got the parking lot in the front, and then you got a lot around first one, and then they opened one on the other side of town, and that one was like, it looked like a glass house. It's like all glass fucking walls and windows and shit. Nice fucking frame machines, nice fucking paint booths and ventilation system and everything. And then there's one in Williamsburg, so there's 3 of them. And my pops, the one he manages, is definitely the one that was the original one. It's at the bottom of the barrel, because it was the oldest one, it's the most outdated one. But at the same time, it's the most busy one, you know? They're all busy, but my pop, he gets shit done. So this has been talk for like a decade or more, and you know, now it's actually happening. So it's kind of ironic, because like, I mean, my pop's like fucking 72, 71 or 72. He's in his early 70s. But I mean, he's not gonna keep on doing this forever, you know what I mean? Eventually he's just, I don't know, like, he's a hard-working man. I don't know. I'd say within the next 5 to 6 years, he's probably gonna retire, you know what I mean? I would hope so, because he works himself pretty hard. So it's just ironic. They should have gave it to him, upgraded his shop when he was like 60, 55, something, you know? Like, it just doesn't make sense, but I guess better late than never, you know? But, so in preparation for the new shop being built, Stacy's got to move. And for Stacy to move, we gotta get grinding on getting that hatch off, getting the tie rod ends out, and anything I want out of that car. Anything. Because, I mean, we're gonna tow it around back. It's gonna be sitting next to the old fucking 1920s whatever car that is. I'll post a picture of it. You'll be like, what the fuck is that? This thing's been there since the beginning, and it's pretty badass. And my car's gonna be sitting right next to it. It's gonna be like the fucking most hilarious picture. It's gonna be great. You'll love it. But yeah, you know, hi, can we go? But yeah, fucking a lot of movement going. And also another great thing about today, about the tensioner. So I got my tech to do it for me. That was $100, but the part was defective. So I brought it back to him when the belt started walking. I asked his opinion. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, I don't know. Like, just keep an eye on it. I put it back on for you. You know, you're good to go. So then a day later, it walked right back to the same spot. And I brought it back this morning, and I had ordered a brand new OEM Honda pulley tensioner, or belt tensioner, and a brand new OEM Honda belt. Right? So I went over there. I was like, hey, it keeps doing that. You know, can you guys squeeze me in today? I want to, you know, just let's do OEM. Fuck Gates belt. Fucking Gates pulley tensioner. You know what I mean? So they were like, yeah, we can work you in. So when I went to go, they called me up. They're like, hey, your car's all good, man, ready to go. So I go back over there. They didn't charge me a dime. They were like, you know, technically it wasn't our fault. Technically it wasn't your fault, but we wanted to look out for you. You come here so much. You're always getting stuff done to your car. Anything that you can't do, or you don't have the facilities to do, you always come to us. You don't go to some other fucking asshole. So we appreciate your business, and you know, we value you as a customer, because, you know, it's actually pretty fun working on your car. And I was like, thanks, man. That means a lot to me. I was like, you know, fly up and hit something. You know what I'm saying? And technically there's a hole in my spare tire well where the weld was. I can see a pinhole to the ground. To the ground. But yeah, she drives real good. Drives damn fine. Oh shit, my car's been moved. That's so fucking weird. It's not sitting there. Oh my god. That is like borderline fright. I don't know how I feel about that. That's fucking scary shit. Hey. And we're at the back of the shop. Sorry for that fan noise. You guys ready to see some crazy shit? And you guys have never seen this before. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this beast. This thing has been here longer than me. Bet that door handle's worth some money. Not. Fucking speaker in it. That's not original. Yeah, this thing's been here for a long ass time. Looks like tetanus. Here's my baby. Relocated. Yep. Yep. This is all that remains of Stacy. I just had to put the steering wheel back on today to so we could fucking move her. This tie rods are still in here, but yeah, that's all we got left over. All we got left, guys. True motherfucking story. Yeah, that's what I was talking about the hatch. This is why I want to get this hatch off ASAP. That's not good. Rust is coming in through those two holes from all the weather. And yeah, you know. look at Bubby's handiwork. True fucking story. But yeah, RIP, got this squad. But yeah, fucking, it's so weird seeing this car this way. Probably start taking some of these trim pieces, all this plastic off, take the fender liners off and shit. My fender liner on that side's fucked up anyway, but probably have to order new ones. What the fuck is that? Some kind of, oh, four port USB, nice. The old Password Judy and brother. But yeah, guys, fucking that's what we got going on over here, you know. We gotta take every car off the front line and put it fucking inside. Story. Show you I swear, man, one day I'm gonna buy this car off Kojak. I'm gonna buy this bitch. Little EK9. It's pretty clean though. I mean, other than needs like, you know, a little body paint work, new wheels. Needs a good amount of work, but I mean, she ain't too crazy or nothing. I don't know what fucking spoiler that is. I'll take that off. But yeah, she's pretty clean EK9. And we're back. As far as getting the subwoofer bracket welded, just too goddamn busy today. And it's like fucking everyone clocked out at like 4:30. Everyone got out of this bitch a little bit probably always going to be your best bet, unless you're going with, like, let's say, like, power steering pump. I would never buy a Master Pro power steering pump. Now, if I was going to buy a K-tuned electric, fucking, whatchamacallit, the electric water pump or something, you know what I mean? Something like that. It's like upgraded as fuck. Yeah, I'd buy that, or I'd buy like, AC power steering delete kit, or, something like that. But I'm saying like OEM factory Honda equipment, switching that for like Gates or Master Pro or Import Direct or some shit like that. Like, fuck all that. That sounds like a bad idea in my opinion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Goes fast, right? But it's an NA build, so like obviously if you were just in it to go fast, you would go with a turbo or a supercharger or nitrous or something like that. That's not necessarily why I got into just for going fast. It's more, obviously this is my daily driver. I don't have multiple cars, so I wanted to keep it daily, but make it fast enough and fun enough, and kind of knock on the door of it being show car quality, even though it's not a full-blown show car. It's a it's not a full-blown show car, but it's not like just a daily that's like, oh, it's fast, it's got a K-swap in it or something like that, and it's fast as balls, but it's not good looking. Like, obviously, we really went the extra mile with the interior. We went the extra mile with the swap we were putting in it, the K28 Type R swap. I could have just got a K24 for $1,000 or less. Did a Frank swap or just a straight K24 A2, and that would have made more torque, but could it have revved stock block to a 10,000 RPMs? No, not at all. I mean, we're not even tuned yet. We're on a half good K20A with, basic intake header exhaust bolt-on base map. I mean, I have fucking the Pro Series manifold. I have 74mm throttle body. It's the manifold and the throttle body are port matched together. So we're getting a lot more air than just your typical intake header exhaust K20A Type R setup. You know what I mean? It's not a PRC or a PRB intake manifold. It's not, I mean, technically it's not an RBC, but it is pretty much like an RBC on steroids, So what that means to me is, most people that just do the intake header exhaust and then K-Pro and then they supercharge it. I mean, I think the next thing, man, it's hard to put into words, guys. See, I want to just like go get tuned, you know, as is right now, but that's a waste of a tuning session because I'm gonna push the car further. We're gonna get 750cc injectors. We're gonna get a Grams 310 fuel pump, or a Deutschwerks or Deutschwerks, or however you say it. Probably do that. The Deutschwerks 750cc injectors would be badass. I've heard good things about them. A lot of turbo applications, they love Deutschwerks. So I want to upgrade the fuel system. I would love to, if I could import, it sounds funny saying import, if I could order 55-gallon drums of E85 from somewhere like in the Midwest, like Wisconsin or Kansas, or somewhere that has the good E85, because one of my coworkers who's into hot rods, he knows about the Commonwealth of Virginia and New York and other states. The E85 here is fucking trash. Do you know what they use instead of corn? Sugarcane. They're using sugarcane because it's cheaper. It's more accessible. It's not as good as corn, right? So that basically means if you're running E85 from Virginia in a race car, it's not going to be as good as somewhere that does it with corn, because the real E85 is made of corn, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Unless I'm going to import my E85 from Kansas or Wisconsin or somewhere that's got legit E85, I'm not going to go E85 because I'd rather be on 93 pump gas, honestly. But, you know, regardless of fuel, which fuel type we're going to be using, 750cc injectors is the perfect size for this application. 310 fuel pump just to give it enough fucking gusto. Because I could go with just a 255 and like some fucking RDX injectors like Surge did, but those 410s or 440, I think they're 440s RDX injectors. He's already told me face to face that his duty cycle and his injectors are completely maxed out, and he's sitting at around 275, 276, and the car runs on the books 12.3, and he's hoping to tweak a few more things and break into the high 11s, you know, 11.9. So, I mean, I'd rather have a 750 that's working not as hard, and a bigger fuel pump not working as hard as a 255 that's, you know, it's pretty much maxed out for his setup. Is Frank swap K24, K20, K24. But yeah, I'd rather have bigger injectors and a bigger pump working less hard. And I know I'm only a K20A, you know, I'm not putting down no 270, you know, horsepower, but I'd rather have a system, a setup with less stress on it, basically, because maxed out duty cycle on the injectors doesn't sound like a great thing. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the car. You know, people are like, dude, are you gonna ever get tuned? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get tuned, but I wanna I don't just want to be like, you know, just full bolt-ons. I want to be fuel system. I want to get the fucking group installed. I want to get everything I can get to lay down the setup numbers I want, you know? Like, I really want to prevail. That wasn't quite banging rev limiter, but you know, we're easing this Looks pretty fucking A-okay to me. Man, we're watching that bitch dead on. Here, I can even... Yeah, that's sitting completely still. Looks pretty good to me. Trying to see what the hell that 3FK040059. I don't know what the fuck that part number means, but yeah, our tensioner down there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Let me grab the phone. We have some light. He's good to go. Staying on there, you know what I'm saying? That bitch ain't going nowhere. Good to go. But yeah, guys, thought I'd just show you guys we're back in business. It's looking like we ain't gonna have too many more problems with you know, fucking belt tension or belt walking off. So yeah, thanks for watching, and more updates to come soon. Next thing up, hopefully gonna be some right-hand drive wiper conversion. I gotta put my eggs in the right basket, and I gotta drill some spot welds out on that fucking bracket and weld it in, and that's gonna be a lot of fun, but we'll get there. Later, guys.